Hello, my name is Zach Shiniak, along with Mrs. Nicole DeGuire. I'm one of the co-coordinators for the Indiana All-State Orchestra this year. I'd like to provide you with a short and hopefully simple video that helps guide you through the online application and recording submission process. All applications and recording submissions will be done online this year. Your first step is to navigate to the Indiana ASTA website, indianaasta.org. Find the Events drop-down and navigate to the High School All-State Orchestra page. On this page, you'll find information about our guest conductor, Sue Ha, and on the right side, you'll see registration information and audition requirements. A few things to note: all applications and auditions will be done online through this website, and the submission deadline for applications and audition recordings is October 22nd, 2018. Below the registration info is information regarding your audition requirements. There are two links. One will take you to a PDF for string auditions. Audition materials will be in two parts, for strings and for wind, brass, percussion, harp, and piano. The first part are the excerpts from the Bernstein Symphonic Dances from West Side Story. The second part is a short solo of your choice, approximately 3 to 5 minutes, from your standard string repertoire. Examples would come from the Group 1 Isma Solo Ensemble list. A link for the parts to the Bernstein are found below. There's a suggested recording from the conductor, and then you'll find the precise excerpts for the violin, viola, cello, and bass. Back to the All-State Orchestra website, we find a link for woodwind, brass, percussion, harp, and piano auditions. Again, two parts to the audition materials. First are the excerpts from the Bernstein Symphonic Dances, and then again the second part is the short solo of your choice. Again, the Group 1 Isma Solo Ensemble list should be your guide. The link to the Bernstein parts, the same suggested recording, and then the specific excerpts for each instrument in this section. If we go back up to the registration info, you'll find a link to the online audition form. At this point, I'd just like to guide you through a demonstration of how you will fill out the online application and then submit your recordings. A few things to note before you begin the application process. Each page of this application, including this front page, and then the two pages that follow that are the recording submission pages, will only be up for a total of 15 minutes each. After 15 minutes, you'll have to restart that form. So with that in mind, it is in your best interest to already have your excerpts and your solo files recorded and on your computer so you don't have to take any more time than you need. If we begin the online audition form, our first section involves our student information. If you give me a few moments, I'd like to fill this out so you can see how this works. Below student information is the school information. Below school information is your director information. You will need to know the membership type for your director, ASTA or NAFME. You also need to know their membership number for this application. And then below that is the musical information. You'll choose the instrument on which you are auditioning. If you're applying on more than one instrument, you'll indicate that here. If you're a wind player who might double on several instruments, you'll indicate that in this next space. For example, oboe and English horn, clarinet or bass clarinet. Trumpet players, you'll let us know if you're auditioning on B-flat trumpet or C trumpet. And then you'll let us know if you participated in Indiana All-State Orchestra in the past. Once that is completed, click Continue. It'll take you to the first of two recording submission pages. I would suggest your first submission being the excerpts from the Bernstein Symphonic Dances, and then the second file being your solo. To submit a recording, your file has to be either an MP3 or an M4A file. I like to use QuickTime Player for recordings on my MacBook. If you use that, open up QuickTime Player, choose New Audio Recording, click Record. And we will consider this our first recording, which are excerpts. Once you're finished, we'll stop. And then instead of going to save, please go to Export As, Audio Only. This way, it'll automatically save the audio file as an M4A, which is a file that we need for the online submission process. We'll call this recording 1, our excerpts. Save it to the desktop so we can find it easily. Since you've already exported it, you can get rid of this. And then we can record our second recording. We'll call this our second recording, the solos. Click stop when you're done. Again, the same process, export, audio only. And again, we'll call it recording 2, our solo. Save it to the desktop, and then we can get rid of this. Now, if you happen to use a device such as a Zoom recorder, and you pull your file from the SD card or from the recorder onto the computer, you'll most likely end up with a .wav file. A .wav file can be easily converted to an M4A by opening the file with QuickTime Player and going through the same process. Export as, audio only, and it will immediately convert your file to an M4A. And that'll be the correct file type for the online submission process for All-State Orchestra. Again, we can get rid of that and bring back our application page. Again, this is the first of 2 pages for our recordings. Again, I would suggest your first recording being all of your excerpts, your second recording being your solo. Once you have those files on your computer, click on Choose File, find that excerpt file, recording 1, open, and then click Continue. It may take a few moments for your file to upload before going to this next page. We are there already. This is audition recording number 2. Again, choose File, recording 2, the solo, open it, and then click Continue. Okay, at this point, you have your application finished. You have both recordings submitted, and now you need to choose how you will pay the $20 audition fee. You can choose credit card or PayPal. It'll take you to this next page where you can pay through the PayPal website. Or you can choose pay fee by check. And then once you click Continue, your application and your audition recordings have automatically been received. However, since you have decided to pay the application fee by check, you must submit your payment along with a copy of the application form, which you can find at this link. Your application will only become active after this payment has been received. Okay? And please note, we ask you to please submit your payment, not your parent. That would cause problems for both sides. Once you have sent that in, if you are paying by check, your application, your recording submissions are active and they will be reviewed by our faculty. And that should get you through the online submission process. If you have any questions, feel free to email Mrs. Nicole DeGuire or myself. And best of luck on your auditions.